What others think about you is none of your business. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, we're in the morning phase. So, what's going on with the price of Bitcoin? Where are we going from here? What's in the future? You know, I was thinking about this one and I was thinking kind of hard about it, right? I was like, well, what do I get out here this morning? What do I talk about with these people? What do I tell them to reassure them that they're making the right decisions? Well, what I thought about and what I was really thinking was, why is everyone going to mislead them, right? Because hindsight's always 2020. Who wants to be in the future looking back saying, man, I wish I got more Bitcoin? Because that's always what I say after 3 years in this game is I wish I hadn't sold. I wish I had gotten more at certain prices. And I don't see why that's going to change anytime soon. So as this daily high school drama unfolds day after day here in the cryptocurrency space, moving faster than the speed of technology, apparently, don't let them get to you. Right? You know that the future is digital. You know that Bitcoin is a scarce commodity. You know that there's something wrong with the fiat cash of your country and that we need a validatable, solid money that's trustworthy, that's not controlled by any central authority, that includes everybody, right? And someone's not always trying to make a profit off of it, right? Either through taxation or just getting in the middle, being that third party that wants to charge you a fee as, you know, you're just trying to give your family a few bucks or pay for stuff. All right. Well, today we're out here. We're changing up the scenery. We're doing what we always do. And we have my co-host, Sammy, here.
Good morning, everyone.
So how are you this morning, Samantha?
Pretty good.
You enjoying the rooster crowing?
I know, right? He has not stopped now.
Well, I thought we'd leave the turkeys out because everybody seems to like them, but they are really all up in our business over here.
They are. I can reach out and touch one. Yep. Apparently, I don't know if it's going to look a little shaky. It doesn't usually. But it said like our connection was unstable and like wait while we retry. So it might have been a little shaky for the first minute. I don't know. Sorry. I don't know.
It doesn't show a Wi-Fi symbol down here. It has the little computer with the box.
Yes.
Okay. Then we're good to go.
Oh, Silent Lamb is here. He says, finally. He says, preach, brother. And good morning to both of you. Good morning.
Silent Lamb, I'm glad that you're here and you can make it. Let Samantha know because apparently she's concerned about the quality of the image. You know, the only thing I have noticed is that I don't really like this new format that YouTube has without us being able to use Google Hangouts. I don't like the fact that they took away the screen share and that they took away the ability to do interviews. But the quality camera has picked up quite a bit considering that we can only upload 1.5 megabytes per second. So
it's fine, but it's watchable. So, yeah, we're probably at the level that we normally are. Okay, it's not saying it anymore. It only said it in the very beginning when we first started.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
So, all right. What do we got going on today in the cryptocurrency space? What are you thinking, Samantha?
Well, everybody and their mother are worried about everything. So, when the price starts going down, people get
we have
sketchy.
this fear and greed index, right? Everybody keeps talking. Everybody keeps talking about it. It's coming in at a 5. They keep wondering if this is, you know, the lowest number that it's ever had. They say you got to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing.
Go against the grain, people, the herds, the masses, whatever you want to go with.
I don't know. I'm not out here giving financial advice. I'm not saying to go out and mortgage the house and buy Bitcoin. I just know that there's a revolution at hand, right? We know that there's problems with the economy. We know that we're flashing recession warnings. We know that we have currency wars happening. We know that the dollar is inflating 3% per year. We know that the Federal Reserve hasn't been audited. We know that there's a mortgage and rent crisis here in Florida in comparison to what a living wage is, and that the homeless are growing out of control, right? And just complaining about it isn't going to do any good. Trying to find out what the root cause of all of this is. And I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but to me, everything comes down to money, right? With enough money and with money being equally distributed, a lot of the world's problems could be solved.
Yeah. I mean, that is the problem. I don't know. It's true that life is not fair, but it could be a lot closer.
So what do you think of this Japanese style format of sitting on a couple of pallets with a coffee table in the middle between us?
I mean, it is what it is. It's not bad. I like that you can see more of the birds, and we are definitely closer. Wow, what's up, guys? Back it up, bro. Back it up. Okay, so apparently, besides that, we're gonna get like gang mauled by our turkeys. Apparently, like all four of you can't sit on one person at one time.
Is there anybody joining us in the chat today?
It is Silent Lamb. So he says Honey Badger Conference in 3 weeks. It's a lot of big BTC players in attendance. We'll pass along what I learned. Ooh, yeah.
All right.
Give us the
I look
ends,
forward
man.
to it. I mean, everybody's just waiting for the breakout, right? They want to either see this price. I mean, if you're a bull or a bear, you know, that's the telling on which way the market's going to break out. You know, personally, I'd like to see it break out to the upside. If it broke out to the downside, take advantage of it, right? I mean, it's been a long time for me, so I don't know. The fact that we still see Bitcoin over $1,000, you know, it's like, hey, this is all to the plus side. And the more I continue to see Bitcoin on the other side of $10,000, the more I continue to regain my faith in the fact that adoption is happening. You know, we talked about how at one point there was less than 1% of the world in Bitcoin, and now we're starting to talk about possibly as much as, what's the matter?
Trying to make sure I lock it.
Why? Don't worry about it.
Okay.
How we're getting up to 1.5%.
That's my ring, man. Okay, keep going. Sorry. I'm sorry. Ah!
You're very distracting, Samantha.
It's so early. Okay, sorry, Beaky. Okay, keep going. I mean, yes.
So is there anything going on in the chat? Is anybody joining us this morning?
No.
Oh, I got you, Prudy. It's okay.
Oh, okay. So Lamb says, I'm in a new job at the MO preaching for the ballot tops. Slow but surely I'm getting people on board. And now we have a cat. Oh, my Lord. See, maybe this is a little early and a lot of on the ground because there's a lot of people or a lot of animals, going on.
Well, all right. I do have another piece of news that I was going to talk about for a moment this morning. I was hoping to get some people in the chat. That's why I was trying for a little bit of an earlier time slot. As I've talked about before, we're trying to change things up around here at Bitcoin and Coffee. The 8 o'clock time slot isn't really working anymore for Samantha to be able to get home in time. Plus, it's also getting pretty dark, and the mosquitoes are coming out of the woods in droves at us.
It's getting intense.
So you got to hit that subscribe button. You got to hit the notification bell because it's going to be in a lot of different time slots. We're going to try to make it work. We're going to find whatever is available, and we're going to get out here and we're going to keep spreading the word of Bitcoin because the more we talk about Bitcoin, the more it spreads awareness. I also provide a free help desk at the email links listed down below. I'm also posting on a few other social media sites in case something ever happens here at YouTube. You can direct message me on them too, and I also answer questions as well. As we're looking at more Bitcoin news today, we're seeing a case over in the UK where about $1 million worth of Bitcoin was seized from a hacker. But pretty much for the first time so far, the money that was seized, the judges threatening this guy, Grant West, who's 27 years old, that if he doesn't go ahead and hand over about $915,305 to be able to make some restitutions to the people that were damaged during his hacking and his crime wave, because they're calling him a one-man cyber crime wave.
So is that like a serial cyber hacking?
That they're going to give him an extra 4 years in prison.
Oh, nice. So the plea deal is going to go the opposite way. If you don't we're going to do more. What? More.
So, he was arrested and about $1 million was seized back in September on the 27th. This has been a little while coming.
Okay. Man.
Yeah. We keep hearing about this, and it does seem like that they're catching these criminals somehow or another, either through the dark markets or the in person doing criminal activities. I think there was another one that we were talking about, some Canadians, 2 Canadians this morning that were also arrested for money laundering charges. They want the Bitcoin. Right. The government keeps, in this case, the money is going to be liquidated in order to be turned into fiat cash to be able to pay a form of restitution. But they always talk about open markets, right? That these things are auctioned off. It does seem like a lot of Bitcoin's being seized up as we continue to roll out regulation.
Why do they want it so bad, man? Why do they want it so bad? Oh, wait, I know. Yeah.
Just like speeding tickets, right? I am sure that a majority of these states are collecting enough in speeding tickets and small traffic violations that hurt nobody.
Yep, right.
To make the wages, to make the wages for a lot of these police officers.
Right, and the ticket maids or whatever you call them, parking maids. Yeah, there we go.
Right on.
Silent Lamb says that he's all alone. I know. It's okay.
It's all right, man. You make people sitting out in the woods with a bunch of turkeys talking about Bitcoin and how there's a revolution that's happening just below the surface that nobody can see, and that the U.S. dollar it kind of puts us a little bit on the fringe. But at the same time, maybe we just see what's coming down the road. Maybe our eyes are open to the situation. Maybe we've been taking advantage of just a little bit too much by the system where we're tired of it and we're ready to do something about it. And I just love the fact that in this day and age, right now, because of Satoshi Nakamoto, I have the opportunity to partake in this revolution in a non-violent fashion. All I have to do is get an account with money off me and let me trade some of my fiat cash for Bitcoin with my debit card, hardware wallet, so that I own it. And a judge will have to be telling me an extra 4 years, or else I'm not giving up any private keys.
Dude, I'd take the 4 years.
Depends on how much Bitcoin I had.
Yes.
It just might be worth more.
Yes, right? Be like, oh, so we're just, okay, fine. Me and my Bitcoin can all go into cold storage for a little while, Judge. Yep. I don't know. That is a hard sell. Like, wow. I knew it was going to eventually happen, though. They always force everybody. Like, that is, once they got you, they're like, do you want it to be less? Then do what we say.
I don't know. I think we're kind of on the cusp of realizing that cryptocurrency is 100% guaranteed to be some form of currency in the future. Everyone keeps bringing up Facebook's Libra, right? Well, now it's the fact that you see everyone else, right? Binance has Venus.
Yes.
We've seen that MasterCard is looking to they have a crypto team now, right? We heard that Walmart had filed some patents or something.
Supposedly, yes.
So it's just more of a matter of who's going to get it first. But then we look at trying to figure out what kind of BTC dominance we really have, right? That was the news we had talked about last night. We seen Ivan on Tech talking about it early this morning, that, under certain indicators, if you start looking at volume and can you please stop moving the camera?
I'm not moving it, but I have said, sorry. Keep going.
That Bitcoin is a lot more than what people are trying to make it be. You know, we keep hearing about how there is so much FUD and people are being misdirected from what the real truth is. And that is that Bitcoin is the key, that Bitcoin is decentralized, and that in the end of this game, it's all going to be Bitcoin. You know, it's not going to be a majority of these altcoins. It's not going to be any of these stable coins. It's not going to be whatever state-backed cryptocurrency China or Iran is making. It's going to be Bitcoin because nobody owns it. Nobody controls it. We have 10 years of working and moving every single day towards decentralization. If you're looking at the big picture and this is what you see and realize, then you're actually just looking at privacy now, because you realize that it is to just start trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin as you can and not to play any of these games because it's too risky. Why am I going to leverage trade when I'd rather a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush? I'd rather have a half a Bitcoin in my pocket than think that I'm going to leverage trade 10x and get a whole Bitcoin.
Yeah. I mean, that is, but that's the, I don't know, that is the way that we look at things. And I mean, I get when people say that they want to make like fast money. I mean, I just don't think it's worth the possible loss. I mean, and I do like the new one because it drops off all the other stuff. I mean, it drops off all of these random altcoins and all of these things. And it's like, how much value do they really have? Well, not that much.
I mean, I guess, all right, let's look at a different perspective. In the beginning of all of this, people sent Bitcoins by thousands, right? We talk about the pizza. And now we talk about a whole Bitcoin is a lot.
Yes.
Well, where are we going to be in 5 years from now? Because we only have 1.5% of the population into it, right? That's what we're talking about. And that we're going to be more. There's going to be more. And these numbers are going to not only multiply, double, triple, quadruple, but it's going to start happening at a faster rate. You know, 2%, 10%, 30%.
Well, I mean, even just like the faucets, when we first started, all of them. But I mean, like, even just because there is a Bitcoin faucet one, they gave out a lot more as their water drip. And now it is like, I mean, just that in itself, it is going to get smaller and smaller. The value is going to increase to the point where we are talking Satoshis.
I guess it's the concept that I am trying to talk generational wealth by Eugene's life being okay. By me being able to give him what nobody was ever able to give us, which is, you know, less worry about the daily struggle of housing and feeding.
Yes, knowing our grandkids aren't going to have to worry about stuff because
it's because we're only 1% that a simple $100. You know, you think, oh well, the price of Bitcoin is not going to double. You know, what's $100? Well, at some point, it is going to be more than doubling. Yes. It will be 100x. It'll be 1,000x. It'll possibly be, because we talk about that the generation that's going to use Bitcoin are not even born yet. It is our children's children. That they won't have a fiat value, that it will be in Satoshis, that it will be some subset of Satoshis as we had to add extra decimals, as we're looking at a completely different second or third tier payment system being used for Bitcoin. Own a piece of the original base layer, like the base layer. Well, I mean, that's generational wealth.
Yes, like the original. Silent Lamb says Bitcoin or death. At least that's my position. Exit all fiat. I like it.
Well, I'm glad that you could join us here, Silent Lamb. I really do.
6 people watching. No one's talking.
Do we got our thumbs down? Is our hater here?
I don't. It only shows thumbs up, and we have 4 thumbs up.
It doesn't tell you if you got the thumbs down.
No. Yeah, no. There is only. I mean, unless I guess if we get the thumbs down.
I got you, Beaky.
It's our only boy, our Tom.
Well, look at his little beard.
Yep.
All right, you guys. I appreciate you coming out this morning, having a cup of coffee with me. It's talking Bitcoin, talking about how the world's going to change down the road and it's going to be different than what it is and it's going to be a better place, right? Because inevitably, human nature is to strive for life to get better. Right. It's not the way it was back in the Egyptian days. Right. Yep. You know, we had an age of enlightenment. We've had evolution.
Yes.
Eventually we'll have a financial revolution.
digital revolution.
A digital financial revolution that starts to create a universal basic income, right? So that everybody can be equal, so that everybody can live.
I was gonna say, are you gonna gobble? You're real close to the microphone.
Gonna attack it. He's gonna jump on it.
Sorry.
All right, you guys. I appreciate you guys coming out here. Go out there, have a great rest of your day. Check out the other 2 social media platforms that I'm posting to. Come follow me on Facebook. Come follow me on Twitter. If you got any questions, hit me up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you can join us for the lives.
Are we working on another dark web thing or no?
Yes, me and you were supposed to be doing another dark web episode, but we're going to be doing a screen share. I have some links that I've gathered that we're going to go ahead and take a look at. It's going to be pretty much just a fumble around in the dark and see what we can come up with, but we do it preemptively as a pre-record so that we don't accidentally get something that's going to get everybody in trouble, because that's now the kind of stuff we're looking for. We're looking for the freedom fighter stuff out there. We're looking for that voice of anonymity. We're looking for you to have extra rights or the ability to be free, right? Because these are all more freedom, because we should all be free. Everything should be free. You don't even understand how much we're oppressed until you take a breath. All right, you guys. Take it easy. I'll see you guys in the next Bitcoin and Coffee. Later.
Bye, guys.